and what to do with the people here. That takes people working together, not polarized and doing this in Washington.
Okay. Question 3 goes first to the Republicans.
Middle East, it appears that we are losing ground in the fight against ISIS, Iran, and now Russia in the Middle East. What action should be taken to combat these threats to America?
What fight against ISIS? I mean, it's funny because we've had 2 different topics so far, and so I'm trying to give you specifics, right? You can wrap your brain around it. Because what we got a lot is, in the last questions is, well, it's this group's fault. And fixing fault is wonderful, but it never moves towards solving a problem. There's no fight against ISIS. We withdrew. We left the Iraqis in a lurch. We're leaving Afghanistan in a lurch. The northernmost major city in the country is falling right now. We should have never, ever, 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 ever committed American soldiers for an extended period of time on the ground in Afghanistan or Iraq. Now, we've gotten from a Republican-Democrat to a debate to a sort of an individual idea of debate. Here's how we should have done it. After 9/11, we identified that the Taliban had harbored and given safe haven and provided training opportunities to Al-Qaeda, who attacked and killed 3,000 innocent Americans whose only crime was going to work that Tuesday morning. We should have done what we did, which is gone into Afghanistan, kicked the living crap out of everybody we could find who was in any way, shape, or form responsible, and left a note nailed to the door that said, if you ever harbor these people again, we'll come back and kill all the bad guys again. See you later. And left. You can't make people do things that people don't want to do. And so when we walked forth with our arrogant American ideas about democracy and constitutions and freedom and individual liberty, every single one of which I agree with, and said, hey, you guys ought to do it this way too, it was short-sighted and ignorant of history to think that it was going to take. However, the federal government has a responsibility to defend the citizens of the United States. We shouldn't be in the business of building nations. But what our military does really well, and I know it because I used to do it, is break things and kill people. So where we can find an enemy who presents a tangible, real, clear, and present threat to any one of you, me, or anybody else in this room, we should go find them, and we should pull them up by the roots and destroy them, and then we should leave. I don't know how many, and I can think of 3 or 4 who I know, and I can get emotional. Good, in my case, young men, because I don't know any young women, have died because we were looking for the next Thomas Jefferson in Iraq or Afghanistan. We have a responsibility to protect Americans and then get the heck out. There's no effort of any tangible worth being made by the United States to fight ISIS right now, and it will manifest itself when American blood is spilled. Just like it was on that train when that soldier, that airman, and that other friend of theirs were injured when they attacked the guy that came on the train with the rifle, right? But they didn't act to eradicate ISIS, they acted to eradicate the imminent threat, which was the crazy person with the rifle who wanted to shoot up the train. So, am I advocating for boots on the ground in the Middle East? Yeah, go kill them and leave. It took us about 100 days to completely eradicate the Taliban leadership in Afghanistan. Does it still exist? Yes. We can go back if we have to. We don't need to leave people there.
Democrats, you have 3 minutes for rebuttal.
I'm not going to take 3 minutes. I'm just going to say this. First of all, thank you for your service to our country. Look, we live in a very dangerous place, and I absolutely agree with what my colleague on the Republican side has said about us needing to, do everything we can to keep America safe. But what I do disagree with is, you said, I think, I'm paraphrasing here, that our responsibility is to go in, basically kill people and get out. And I would submit to you, we tried this strategy in Iraq. We toppled Saddam Hussein, and then we got out. But let's look at what's happened. As a result of our exit, Iraq has fallen into disarray, and it has become a safe haven for terrorists. So I absolutely believe that we need to really take a step back and ask tough questions before we commit any ground forces to any conflict in this world. But at the end of the day, we need to make sure that we have a holistic strategy keeping our country safe. And I believe that if we had gone into Iraq, and if we had stayed there for a significant amount of time, we could have prevented Iraq from being where it is today, again, a safe haven for terrorists. So again, appreciate your service, this group, your approach on that policy.
About a minute 20.
I was kind of having a visceral response to what I was hearing here. I'm looking at this in a completely different way. I think Colonel Frisky was trying to ask us, what are we going to do about this? And I think that one of the things we're not doing well at all is communicating the incredible generosity of Americans. The reason why ISIS is capturing so many hearts and minds of people and growing is because they're saying, look at those bad Americans and look at all the damage they've been doing. When in fact we are the most generous country in the world with our aid. And our military does so many good things every day in these countries. So I think what we need is a counter PR campaign so we can explain the great things that America's doing instead of the fact that we're killing people in their countries or that we are the great Satan, which is the PR campaign that's being used against us now.